Go. Ray, Drake here.
And Bone.
Hey guys, so we just recorded a little intro for some podcasts we're going to do, and after doing it, I decided I'd show Bone this Rolling Stones top 250 guitarists of all time. So we're going to roll through this with you guys so you can see it on the screen, and Bone's going to see this for the first time, and it's going to be entertaining. So I don't know, we might not get through the whole list, but thanks for joining us. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, that's Peggy, I think, right there.
Right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No,
That's not typically the guitar I see her with, but I'm pretty sure that's her.
All right. So you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. We're scrolling through here, guys.
I'm
So
glad that this website's concerned about my privacy rights.
yeah. So at 250 we have Andy Summers,
Andy Summers, is that
the Police.
That's the guy from the Police?
The Police, yeah. But those three musicians are considered to be like some of the best musicians.
Yeah, I figured those guys are virtuosos too.
He's number 250. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. 249 is Brittany Howard.
I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah. From the Funky James Brown Indebted Hopscotching she did on, I guess she was a player back in the day. Yeah, not a bit, I don't know. Then we got Robbie Krieger from The Doors.
Okay.
At 248.
Somewhat classically trained, never used to pick.
Ricky Wilson.
Ricky Wilson.
He was the guitarist for the B-52s from Athens, Georgia.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Then we have Paul Simon, Simon and Garfunkel.
Okay.
Then we get Leslie West.
Well, that guy. He was from MC5? Was that MC5?
Leslie West first made his mark in the mid-60s garage rock with the Vagrants meaty cover of Otis Redding. West, blah, blah, blah.
I don't know his work, but I've heard people talk about him. I think he's...
yeah, I have no idea who he is.
Well, he looks like he's a classical guitarist.
Delio.
It's hard to argue about a classical guitarist.
Paradios. Yeah. Don't know. Keeping on moving. Aaron Dessner and Bryce Dessner. I'm not sure who they were. They're in a band, one of a kind, the National, or one of a kind rock story. So they're in a band called the National. Then we have Lindsey Jordan. This is a Gen Z. She's new, up and coming.
Well, she's playing a Rickenbacker, so she's got
She's
great
supposed
taste.
to be really, really, really. And I thought about taking a couple of these players that we've
I
never
think we should
heard
probably
of.
look at all of them at some point.
All these guitarists, especially the ones we don't know,
Yeah.
and maybe give it a look. Then we got
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban, yep. Country guy. We got Aaron Smith. I'm not really too sure on who she is, or he is. Aaron Smith. I guess that must be him, or it could be her. I don't.
Well,
Aaron
you
Smith.
would think they would have
right.
a picture of the person that plays.
Yeah. Then we have Dwayne Eddy from the 50s. Not familiar with his stuff. Got Doug Gillard.
Don't know.
Don't have a clue. We have Jennifer Batten.
Batten.
So.
Is that Shishi DeVille?
No, she's one of the virtuoso guitarists that's played with Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
Basically, it's Jennifer Batten came to prominence as the Lion Mane guitar hurricane on Michael Jackson's biggest tours. It's a gig that required her to play funk, soul, metal, and Eddie Van Halen's Beat It solo. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Got much respect. I remember her.
Greg Sage from the 70s. Called a band called the Wipers. No idea. Laura Marling. I don't know. There's a lot of people on this list, guys, that I don't know.
I wonder if she's related to Brett Marling. No, British.
Okay, then we got John McGo. Punk.
McCock?
UK's punk rock great. I don't
We're
know.
going to have to check all these out.
Yeah, then we have her, H-E-R, her. I don't know. No idea. David Williams. David Williams was
Morris Day at a time, maybe.
his intentionally spar touches are key to the rhythmic seduction.
Okay,
Michael
so he
Jackson,
was a-
Billie Jean, Stevie Nicks.
Gotcha.
He was a player. Oh, most known for Billie Jean and Dirty Diana. So he was a player for Michael Jackson. Duh, right there.
Gotcha.
Okay. Moving right along. We got Etta Baker.
Nope. No clue.
She's a blues player. I think she was a solo artist back in the day. Then we have Gustavo Cerati.
Gustavo.
Yeah. So
No clue.
yeah.
I mean, that's not.
Then we
that's
have
not against them.
Barbara Lynn. I don't know. She was 16 when she started playing though.
Well, she's got to have some kind of clout.
Then we got Steve Jones, made 228. Steve Jones of the Sex Pistols.
See, I don't know about his ability, but I guess maybe I'm just looking at a different criteria.
Then we got Glenn Branca. I don't know who this guy is. We're going kind of quick because it's a big list. L. Kempner. Don't know. Don't have a clue. Long before L. Kempner launched. I have no idea.
Is that a woman?
I think it's a woman.
Okay. You couldn't see the picture.
Yeah. Then we have
That's the guy from MC5.
Fred Sonic Smith and Wayne Kramer from MC5.
Okay.
All right. Then we have is Marvin Tarplin, the playing and composing of Atlanta-born and Detroit-raised Marvin
If they
Tarplin
have the
became
guys
key.
from the Wrecking Crew on here, or the
The
Motown man.
All right. Now we got Joseph Spence. Don't know who he is, but
Don't
hey,
know.
he's on the list. 222 is Molly Tuttle.
She was. Isn't her sister in the Breeders?
They were in the band.
The Tuttle
She's in the
twins.
band Golden Highway. Her crack band Golden Highway were writing their name into the. Maybe she was in the.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Subtle Twins. Anyway, sorry.
Okay. Then you got James Blood Ulmer, a jazz player. I don't know enough about jazz players. Courtney Barnett, which we're gonna get a picture here.
And go.
Boom, Courtney Barnett. Melodic finger picking, garage rock inspired, blah blah blah. Yeah, don't know. Then we got Greg Tipton and KK Downing
That's
of Judas Priest at 219.
I just think that pretty much can't get into a metal band or a heavy metal
Okay,
band.
this
without being a
one
great
this one
guitar
really
player.
this one caught me pretty crazy off guard was Lizzie Hale at 218. You probably have no idea who this is.
I do not.
So Lizzie Hale is the front woman for a band that is called Hailstrom, and they're a newer rock band out of Europe, but they're really really legit. Female fronted band. I like them. We'll do one of their tracks at some point. Then we got Thomas McClary.
All right, with Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie, 217. Then we got Steve Hackett.
And go.
So he was the guitarist from Genesis.
From Genesis? Okay.
Genesis, yeah. Then we get Kurt Vile. I have no idea. We might not do this whole list right
Keep
now.
going.
Kurt Vile. Yeah, don't have a clue. If you guys watch this, all right, we got Keiji Haino, a Japanese musician. No idea. Lucy Dacus. Dacus. Don't know. We got Joe Feliciano.
Feliciano.
Yeah, it's
Jose Feliciano.
Jose. Did I say Joe?
You did.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Nick Zenner. Don't know.
Donna.
Khaki King. This is old
know.
school from the. Yeah. Then we got Gary Clark Jr.
Yeah, I think that guy's pretty talented.
Yeah, he's They say he's like the next. What they say, Jimi Hendrix and T. Ray Vaughan coming up. He's a younger guy. 208 is yeah, I have no idea. I don't want to butcher it.
I'm gonna do
Bagayoko. Bagayoko.
Bagayoko.
Bagayoko. This is Justin.
Broderick?
Yeah, don't know. Oh. Are you kidding me? So this is that really his band? Yeah. So they have the guitarists from Godflesh. Do you ever remember hearing about Godflesh?
Godflesh?
Godflesh. They were like a heavy grindcore band from the early
I can't
2000s.
say that I've...
They have him on here, and then like we said
Godflesh.
in the other one, no Dave Mustaine.
This is a Catholic band?
No, not at all. Not even close. Hugh McCracken. Oh, it's the McCracken. Steely Dan.
Look, those guys...
Those guys. He should probably be higher on this list.
Well,
That
there's
band
the other
is-
guy, Steely Dan, that's really, really well known.
Then we have
CIAS it.
Eric Johnson.
Eric Johnson, he's a great player. He's my most preferred of all the four virtuosos from the late 80s, early 90s.
I don't have a problem with him, but at 205, he probably should be higher. So then we have Lynn Tate. I don't know who he is. Then we have Grant Green,
So there's no way you could do a list this big.
Vince Gill, the country player. Gary Diaper Man Scheider. I don't know. We got to load more real quick because I want to get to Jerry Cantrell. We'll stop when we get to Jerry Cantrell. All right. We got
Okay, this guy is phenomenal.
Chris
Kingfish.
Stone, Kingfish.
I was gonna pick him to do one for you to react to. This guy can rip it.
I like it. Then we got Bombino. I don't know. Bombino. He's from Niger.
Oh.
Then we got Jerry Reed.
Now that guy right there.
I like Jerry Reed.
He is sick.
I don't know
He's a
much
sick
about him.
player.
My dad, when I was younger, really liked him. He had an 8-track in the car. That tells you how long ago it was. And then when Smokey and the Bandit came out, at Eastbound and Down song.
And he's probably best known for his work in Scooby-Doo.
Really?
Little Mary Sunshine.
We got Nuno Betancourt
Okay.
at 197.
I prefer the old Betancourt.
Yeah. And we got James Taylor. I don't have a problem with that.
See,
At 196. I mean, at this point, yeah. So then we have Greg Ginn,
that's from Black Flag?
Henry Rollins Band.
No, he played a Black Flag.
Henry Rollins is the most infamous. That's who they're talking about
Yeah.
right there.
So you got the clear guitar. That's
Oh,
Black
yeah.
Flag.
Oh, Black Flag. Yeah, okay, cool.
And I think it's Ginn.
Greg Ginn. Then we got Brian Robertson and Scott Gorham of Thin Lizzy.
Okay.
They were amazing guitarists. A great band. We got David Lindley.
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 He's playing a Dano. Little Dan Electro action.
Yeah, it's not giving me the name of the band he was in. Then we got Lita Ford of the Runaways.
Oh, I
also
thought
of
that
Lita
was
Ford.
Sebastian Bach.
Yeah, but Sebastian doesn't play guitar.
Look, she's got serious moxie.
So she's all the way down here at 192, and where'd they have Joan Jett? They had Joan Jett at number 76.
See, I would just
They
guess.
had her 120.
I would just guess that Lita Ford technically is a better player than Joan Jett. But Joan Jett has had more impact.
and more impact, and maybe her writing ability is better. I would give her more of the kind of Dave
Her
Mustaine thing.
or Joan?
Joan.
I don't think Joan Jett writes her own stuff.
Really? Maybe not. I don't know. We need to look into that. If you
She
guys
might
watch this,
co-write-
you know, let me know.
write stuff, but I don't think.
Chalmers Edward Spanky Alfred. I have no idea. R&B player. We got Lightning Hopkins.
Lightning.
Born in 1912. There we go. Jerry Cantrell at 189. We'll go until it says you have to load more. Marnie Stern.
Marnie?
Marnie. No idea. No clue. She was a player from the 2000s. Mark Ribot. Rebot. You got Steve
Lukather. That guy can play.
from
Do you know
Toto.
he's from Toto, and
Yeah.
he was also in Survivor, I believe.
Then we got, this is Peggy Jones right here.
And he's a studio musician, too.
So this is Peggy Jones. This is the one that, when I read it, I was like, oh, wow. Considered known as the Queen Mother of Guitar.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure
then
that's
later
her.
it
That's a
was Lady
Gibson.
Bo. But, yeah. Then we got Eldon Shamblin,
Never heard of him.
Roy Buchanan. Sheena Smith. It looks like he's played with a bunch of people, including Bob Marley and a bunch of other players. They said that on this, it was like going, Smith is perhaps the most recorded guitarist on the classic reggae era, playing on seminal works by Bob Marley, Dennis Brown, Bunny Wailer, Sugar Minot, Jacob Miller, Black Uhura, Mighty Diamonds, Augustus Pablo, Gregory Isaacs, Freddie McGregor.
Gregory Isaacs, that guy's
the full
phenomenal.
list would take up this entire page as a member of Bunny Lee's Aggravators and later the Soul Syndicate. Smith influence. Yeah, basically, he's played with everybody.
Yeah, so he must be that guy that plays on that live Bob Marley album. That guy's a pretty good
Yeah, he's
guitar player.
probably played with Eka Mouse and Peter Tosh.
So if he played with Bunny Wailer,
played with everybody.
so they were like Bob and Bunny were sharing the guy. Because Bunny came, he was one of the original members of the Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Yep. Larissa Strickland, don't know. American punk band.
Nice guitar.
Mike Campbell. Tom
He's
Petty.
from the Tom
Petty band, yep. Then Ernest Ranglin. We're about to run out of spot. Skip James. Rodrigo y Gabriela.
Gabriela.
Okay. And we get Sadie Dupuis.
Dupois.
Dupois. Then we have Rory Gallagher. Yeah, okay. We have Marty Stewart.
Country artist.
Yeah. We have Paul McCartney.
Is he the only bass player on this list? He does play guitar also. He wrote Yesterday on acoustic.
Yeah.
It's only him playing on this
Then
song.
we have Chrissy Hind.
That's from The Pretenders.
The Pretenders. Then we have D. Boone, whoever that is. We go to Phil Manzanner. I can't pronounce that name.
Is Dimebag on this list?
Yes, Dimebag is on this list somewhere, I think, if I remember correctly. Jesse May Hempel, but that's really it, other than the other ones I told you about. I would have written any others down. John Cipollina. I had no idea.
Cipollina.
Then we have James Williamson.
Iggy Pop?
Yeah, Iggy Pop.
See,
Lou Reed is on the list. Johnny Winter's
Lou Reed is on this list?
Lou Reed's on
Okay,
the list.
then they are not using ability to play guitar if Lou Reed is on this list.
Johnny Winter. I don't have a clue how to pronounce this or who this person is. Rokia Trowery? I don't know. I can't pronounce it.
Traore.
Dave Davies of the Kinks.
That name is very familiar. I'm not sure who it is, but I've heard the name many, many times.
Wah Watson.
It looks like a modern picture playing a really old guitar. Oh, 75. Okay.
Billowing chords lift the... Right.
She's got to be a flamenco guitarist, maybe.
Yeah. Then we have Tim Henson.
Oh, is that Jim's brother?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jim Henson. And Tim. Jim and Tim. Tim, you know them. Kim and Kelly Deal.
Yeah, the Deal sisters. Are for I'm not sure if they were both in the Breeders together or...
The Pixies and the Breeders.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we have John Lennon.
Really? I don't want to take it away from John Lennon, but...
Johnny Thunder. He was part of the Heartbreakers.
See, that's confusing. If they're gonna put not great on ability and then put John Lennon so low.
Pat Metheny, a jazz guitarist. Carl Perkins. I guess that's one of George Harrison's big influences.
Yeah, Carl Perkins played with Elvis, and he wrote the song "Blue Suede Shoes."
Yvette Young. I don't know who she is, but she's on the cover of this, like that. She's like the middle cover on the very header of this whole little list. Then one Bill Frisell, Otis Rush. And then we got
Ani DeFranco. Yeah, I've heard of her,
DeFranco.
but I don't know about her. See, I just want to know what they're using, what their metric is.
Pete Cozy, and that was it. So,
All right, well, this is a little taste of the list.
yeah, that was a taste of that list. You guys can go on down and check it out. But yeah, that just gave Bone some look. And when you get to the other half of the list, you'll notice that I really got into writing down the rest of the list, and you heard most of the people that I actually knew who they were, and I left the others off because I didn't know who they were, and they left a ton of people off. Anyway.
Well, which one eats butterscotch faster than the other ones?
I don't know. That's probably why those other people aren't on the list. It was a butterscotch eating contest. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking it out. We'll catch you guys soon. Keep an eye out for our podcast. There'll be content like this and all kinds of other conversations.
What are we calling this podcast?
I don't know. That's it. Help us name this podcast. In fact, comment below what you think Bo and I should name the podcast that we do on the 2 Hoodies and 3 Cast channels. And in that, do you have any final thoughts?
I don't know if these people are qualified to make lists.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for being here, guys. We appreciate all of you. We'll see you next time.
You know what this